As you guys may have heard, New York has selected their new mayor, Zohran Mamdani, and he is the first Muslim mayor. He's not the first Muslim mayor ever. There has been other mayors that were Muslim, but this is the first Muslim mayor of New York. Very interesting. Many people are shocked and disappointed, but one celebrity in particular who was not a fan of this decision was no other than 50 Cent. The day this mayor was selected, 50 Cent posted this picture on his Instagram, saying rest in peace to New York. Check out what the mayor said about 50's comment.
You have spoken about these financial plans you have, and you made a point on New York radio, which a lot of people listen to address 50 Cent. And he's a critic.
He's a critic
of high taxes.
Let me just
go ahead, and then we'll play it. Go ahead.
I didn't even know what my salary would be until I opened up Instagram and I saw this thing, which was like 50 Cent offers Mamdani X amount of money.
Yeah,
I was like, that's a very specific amount of money. And I was like, oh my God, that's.
Yeah, so now we'll do this in reverse order.
Sorry.
He said, I'll give you $258,000 and a first class one-way ticket out of New York. That's what you're referencing. So you know that. Here's what you did say, though, in a serious kind of policy radio interview. Let's take a look.
And I know if 50 Cent is listening, he's not going to be happy about this. He tends to not like this tax policy, but I want to be very clear. This is about $20,000 a year. It's a rounding error. And all of these things together, they make every New Yorker's life better, including those who are actually getting taxed.
What do you say to him now where, by the way, he has moved out of the city, but he's a classic New Yorker. I'm sure you like some of his songs.
Oh, man. It's actually tough for me in that way.
Yeah, so where does this debate go?
Incredible songs.
Because his argument, and it's fun, but it's also what we hear from certain people. His argument is there are a lot of people in New York who make a lot of money because they contribute a lot, and you're going after them. What do you say to him tonight?
You know, what I would say to you, 50, if you are indeed watching, or anyone else who's watching this show, is I continue to think that having the top 1% of New York City, who are making more than $1 million a year, having them pay 2% more for an economic agenda that would transform every New Yorker's life, including their own, is something that is worthwhile. And the reason I say including their own is when you see a city like ours that is underfunding its city agencies, that is pulling back on the most basic things like library services and trash cans, everybody feels the knock-on effects of that. And my job as someone who believes deeply in the public sector is to ensure that we're delivering public excellence. And that means every dollar that we raise, I want to be able to prove to you that it's every dollar that's being well spent. That's the relationship there. And I do have to say, even though we have a disagreement on tax policy, every time I get a death threat, I still listen to Many Men. It's true.
Well, you take Many Men for motivation. I was going to say your answer sounds a little bit like clickety clank, the money goes into my piggy bank.
Wow.
And if we had more time.
So basically, 50 Cent is not okay with this decision because Zohran plans on taking money away from people who do a lot of funding for New York. What's also interesting is that there are also many Muslims who are not happy with the Zohran decision as well, and they don't believe that Zohran is actually a real Muslim. Why? Because of this picture right here. Muslims don't believe in transgenderism, so for Zohran to agree with it shows that he can't be a real Muslim. I found that to be interesting. There's a lot of things that Zohran is okay with, yet calls himself a Muslim and follows everything that goes against their belief. I can say the same thing about someone calling themselves a Christian, one that's living as a Christian outwardly, but not walking in true obedience to Christ, living in a way that goes against what it means to be a disciple of Christ. Check out this clip of Muslims against Zohran.
We are Muslims against Mamdani.
Ask us why!
Why are you against Mamdani?
First of all, do you know that Mamdani is supporting decriminalization of prostitution?
No, we don't want that.
No, we don't want that. Which is an NYC law that prostitution is not allowed.
Yeah.
And we are against it because every single religion of the world against prostitution creates morality issues. It brings a lot of disease. Do you want that?
No.
No.
That shouldn't be happening at all.
When there is prostitution, there is a human trafficking.
I had no idea.
When there is a human trafficking, there is a drug trafficking. Can you imagine what he's doing?
Honestly, I don't agree with it. What made you want to do this type of thing?
Because he's Muslim and we are Muslim and we are saying you're doing a wrong thing. It's against the law, it's against the faith. And he's defunding the police.
That's what I heard, yeah.
So you're from New York, right?
Yeah.
As you know how much crime is going on.
Yeah.
Imagine if you have less police, do you feel safe at that time?
I don't think so.
Police working very bravely, very tirelessly for our community to keep us safe. No no need to give the salary to police. Why? There will be no jail. There will be no police. You just imagine.
I actually love your point because I didn't know that.
You can't give somebody like that power.
Zach, you guys are Muslims too, and you guys don't support him.
He's not Muslim.
Right.
He does not. He's self-proclaimed Hindu.
Whenever he goes to a mosque, he says, I'm a Muslim. Whenever he goes to a mandir, Hindu mandir, he says, my mother was Hindu. He is misleading people. Just want to get the vote.
He lies about everything, basically.
Yes.
It's all that propaganda. You see what I'm saying? They want to get the people riled up.
He's an American who hides behind the concept of a religion.
Yeah, right. He's using it. Everything.
He is the wrong person to be a mayor for this great city.
He can say many things, but actuality he will not be able to establish fair policy.
If you're against Mamdani, then who are you with?
I am voting for Como.
Como is our right mayor.
Honestly, their statements regarding Zohran were on point. They said he's proclaiming to be a Muslim but goes against the law and the faith. They claim that he's dangerous and he shouldn't have that much power. Now, I'm interested to see where things go from here on out in New York. I want to know what you guys think about this new mayor. Comment down below.